Hello, this is Grizzly. Welcome to my review of Watch Dogs Legion. Watch Dogs Legion is a Ubisoft game with great system, good gameplay, and a story that could have been great. All the building blocks for a great game are there. There is one thing this game is missing: a protagonist and a supporting crew. In the story, there's no real soul without characters. The only real character in the story is Bagley, an AI. But Bagley isn't in itself enough to carry the main story forward. Gameplay is fun, you can play it in many different ways, the recruitment system is amazing addition. But it shouldn't have been the main focus of the game. It should have been a side thing that you do in addition. You could have switched from the main character to the side characters, but the story would have been told by the main character's size. But we would have needed a real protagonist and supporting crew for them to really tell a good story. The whole main focus and the story really suffer from not having a main character. Even if there would have been a real, crew who really talked a lot more like Bagley does, it would have saved the game. But the gameplay is still fun. The story is passable. The activities are good. It's fun to recruit people, like hitmen, office workers, old grannies and grandpas. Soldiers, police, to build yourself your own freedom fighting army. And then you go and you pre-London. But the game lacks a real sense of progression. After you liberate the areas, which you do by doing 3 to 4 little side missions, like 2-3 minutes each, and one bigger mission that's like 15 minutes. And there are only, I think, 5 or 6 areas, so it's not that much. So there's not much of a progression there. You can get the hitman you can get the best characters after like 2 hours of play, I think. Yeah. And the story of Watch Dogs Legion is really a mixed bag. It's dark, really dark at times. It jumps from cheery to dark to cheery to dark and really dark sometimes. There's like organ selling, human trafficking, murder, fucking everything. You'll see what I mean about creating AIs if you decide to play it. But the thing is, there's no real character to actually go through it. Sometimes I had this really odd dialogues game from my character, what I played at the time, that didn't fit the scene at all. Like it was from, a pre-recorded voice line that wasn't for that mission. And it really hampered, some things that happened. But in a whole, the game is still enjoyable. For the gameplay, all the Ubisoft things are there. The normal things you enjoy in a Ubisoft game. But if you don't like Ubisoft games and don't like open world games, then I'd probably wait for a sale or don't buy it all. So those are my thoughts and review of Watch Dogs Legion. My final score is a 7.5. If there was a main character or a cast of likable characters who got you through the story, it might change after you get the character DLC that you can play the whole main story through with, but I'm not going to play it. I'll play it like this, and that's final. It could have been a 9, really, if there was a bit more focus on the story, a bit more one character, like 2 or 3 side characters that were a bit more involved. There's not a lot of involvement, but yes, a 7.5 is my final thing. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.